Worst things about shopping.
Is it being recognised by adoring fans? No, it's true. I got recognised today in Dixon's. A member of staff came up to me and went, "Hey, you're that mad bloke off the telly." I went, "That's me." And he went, "No, you're that mad bloke off the telly."
Is it when you get, you know, you go, have you got a shopping list and you get things in the wrong order? Like, when I went to Harrods once, and I bought my ladder before I went to the glass department.
You know, one of the worst things is when you know you go to the supermarket and you go in and you see a couple straight away who you only vaguely know and dislike a little bit from a party about 6 months ago, and then you meet them on every bloody aisle. They're walking like that, and you've got to acknowledge them. You've got to someone go, yeah, beans. But you know, you get behind a woman and she's got a big trolley like that, and it comes out and she goes, £153.50, and she goes, "Oh, right, where's my purse?" You've not got your purse out, you dozy cow! Has that come as some sort of surprise to you? You've got to pay for them. What is it with them? Just have your money ready.
Queuing at the till.
Correct. Worst thing about gyms.
And a gym is...
Do you know what I hate about gyms? Everything's so bloody heavy. My God, you think in this day and age you have to make them so bloody heavy?
Worst thing about gyms, personal trainers.
You don't like personal trainers?
No, I don't. One of them said to me, "You've got really skinny wrists. If you don't put muscle on there, you might fall over when you're old and break them."
So he is an exercise.
I think you're...
Are you sure he was a gym instructor? Was this at school? Do you want to report it to someone? The worst thing about gyms.
People laughing at your arms.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give you that. Near enough. Yes, the worst thing about gyms is feeling inadequate. My gym have a special offer on at the moment. It's £50 a month, or £40 if you promise to never, ever go. Worst thing about London.
Crime.
Crime.
Dirt.
Dirt.
Squalor on the streets.
All part of your pledges. I can't believe you didn't get in.
Buskers, those buskers, and you're like, "Oh, I don't need this iPod now. Now you're playing all my favourite songs in the wrong key on a penny whistle."
Is it people who you're walking behind them and they suddenly stop?
Is it the people you're walking along and you suddenly have an idea and stop and some arsehole walks into the back of you?
Is it buses? You wait around for ages and then you get stabbed.
It does happen on public transport. That's a clever.
Is it that they're too overcrowded?
That's the right answer. London is at its worst in summer, on crowded tube trains, girls in tiny dresses, the sweat pouring down their shoulder blades. It's too hot for bras. Bras are right out of the question. What are we talking about? Worst thing about nightclubs.
Slags.
No, it's worst thing.
No, there's never enough of them.
Never enough slags?
Slags.
I don't know what you lot are complaining about. You'd never get laid if there wasn't slags.
Good point, well made.
I think it's that they make you feel old. I mean, like 10 years ago, I'd have gone in and I looked round to see if there was any, you know, nice-looking girls to have a chat to. Now, I'll go in and I look around to see if there's anywhere to sit. The music's so loud that you're shouting, and then suddenly in some of the songs there's just a silent bit, and then you end up going, "I've never killed since." Just really loud.
I mean, I worked in nightclubs for years, and one of the weird things is when I've had guys come round up to me. I'm serious. A guy come up to me, and this is the worst one. It's when they go, "Are you that twat, Terry Christian?" And you just don't know what the right answer is, do you?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am that twat. Terry Christian would be the correct answer.
Or there's, like, the backhanded compliment that is like, "I thought that you were going to be so fat and ugly, but you're not. Well, you're a lot prettier than I thought you were going to be."
I get that a lot. You're so pretty. You don't look pretty on the television. But actually, you're beautiful. Your skin is so soft, Sean. Can I hold you? And then they cradle me like that.
Is it mums who go clubbing with their daughters and they're like, everyone thinks we're sisters? You're like, no, we really don't.
I don't like it. You're not allowed to take pets in.
It's
I was
rubbish.
looking after a friend of mine's Alsatian, and I said, I just want to stand by the dance floor with a dog like that. And a pint. Also, there's no creche. Often my partner works nights. And what, am I supposed to stay in? I should be able to take the kids to a creche, go, there's some crisps, there's some lemonade, Daddy's going dancing.
OK, so, worst thing about nightclubs...
The drinks are a bit dear.
That's the right answer.
Nice.
Yes, the worst thing about nightclubs is expensive drinks. I always go to nightclubs to get off my tits, which is what they say to me. Get off my tits. Worst thing about going to a pop concert?
The music?
No, the worst thing for me about pop concerts is the miming.
Yeah, because you want to see a show, you don't want to see people going... Get on with it! Bloody sing!
Have you been to any pop concerts, Craig?
I have. I went to Whitney Houston's pop concert.
Not the recent one.
No, darling, the one that was in Africa, her first visit there, and that was a disaster. Because she'd lost her voice.
She'd lost her voice?
Yeah.
What, was it British Airways flying her over there with her?
My friend invited me to a gig at Wembley. I said, yeah, oh, it sounds a bit like it'd be loud and there'll be a lot of people there. But I'll go with it. And he said, there's a slight chance you'll get hit with a pint of piss. And I said, I'm not going. And he
what was the gig?
It was Oasis. And he said, sometimes, because it's a lot of people there, so you wee into a glass. Already I'm losing it. But then instead of popping it neatly by the side, he said, they have a wee and then they just... Boom. Sometimes you get hit with a pint of piss, but it's very unlikely. I need it to be 0 chance of getting hit. And then people start singing. I don't want you to do it, dickhead. I paid 60 quid to come to your house, did I, and hear you sing Michael Bolton, but shitter. I just get terrified of losing my friends. It's so big, the gigs, you know. I'm going to get back out there. I'm never going to find him. And then I wouldn't have come on my own, but now I'm on my... Proclaimers were good. I enjoyed the Proclaimers. They did an indoor venue with seats, so there's no standing up, but they did new stuff. I've come to watch the Proclaimers to see your new shit, have I, lads? Do the two.
Someone needs to have a word with pop bands about the new stuff.
That is the worst thing when they say, and here's one of our new songs. You can hear the whole room go,
I hate going to pop concerts because of the toilet situation for the women, because I'm not a big advocate of pissing in cups. So I have to queue for the loos, and I used to, like, sort of push in and say, like, oh, I'm pregnant. But I don't want to push in anymore, because I heard a story about a girl who pushed in and got into a portaloo, and then the crowd kind of turned feral, and they pushed the portaloo over with her in it. And I don't know if that's an urban legend, but I don't want to risk it.
That makes me proud to be British. You know the Tory party conference when they talk about the British spirit and what it is to be British and coming together as a community? That is the example they should have used. She pushed in the queue, did she? Well, she could be covered in poo. Good on her.
I think what I always find weird when you go to see a band these days is they have that gap, don't they, between the stage and the audience. And they have those stewards there, these massive, great big blokes in polo shirts, and they're not seeing the band. They're staring at the audience. And the idea of trying to have a good time with this 18-stone Glaswegian just staring at you. And he's obviously got a court appearance on Monday. If you're trying to have fun, if you're in your living room trying to have fun and there's just a big bloke staring at you going, you're having fun, are you, son? They're all from Glasgow, aren't they, those fellas?
Yeah, and they're always lifting people out as well. I always think that's... Is there someone in from Glasgow now? Hello? OK, well, there's an AA meeting just up the road. Anything else is the worst thing about going to a pop concert?
The crowds, darling, the crowds.
It's to do with the crowds. It's a very specific thing about...
When there's a very tall person standing in front of you.
That is exactly the right answer. Yes, the worst thing about going to a pop concert is standing behind a tall person, especially if you've gone to see Jedward, because if you're standing behind someone really tall, they could block your shot, and you have to kill them both. Worst thing about shopping for clothes?
Women.
Oh. You don't like shopping with?
No, you just, when you go out with women, it's always a bit of a... I'm sure the other guys here will vouch for me.
You're crazy. It's great. It's the best thing ever. They come out and they look at a different dress and go, oh, my God, that's totally different, that outfit. And...
Well, I don't know about that one, because I don't know... Try the first one on again.
If you're lucky, you can see a little crack in the changing room, you can see somebody's knickers.
That is the best.
That's the best thing ever, but you have to go out shopping a lot to get that. That's going to happen on every 10th trip, you're going to get that.
Oh, but when it happens, a bit... Oh.
Yeah.
A well-placed mirror and a bit of weird side boob.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Somebody's casually forgotten and they bent over, knocked the curtain back, and you just got, like, maybe 2 seconds of it, and you just go, ah, that's why I'm alive!
Do you like shopping?
I'm not the biggest shopper ever. I hate trying things on. That's what puts me off.
I always think it's weird trying things on because it only really tells you what it looks like when you're standing up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bit different when if you sit down, you kind of, you know... Well, OK, if I suck everything in and stand here in front of a mirror at a weird angle, this looks delightful.
They should have loads of different things in there for you to see how you look on them. For example, they have, like, a bicycle. And you could... What do I look like cycling? And then, like, a swing. It doesn't look so good on the swing.
I don't like, at the moment, there's shirtless men standing outside shops, sort of intimidatingly. It's an American thing, isn't it? Where
Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah,
Abercrombie and Fitch.
exactly.
It's a bit like saying, look, you'll never look like this. Cover yourself up, mate.
John, do you shop ever?
No, I just have to wait until someone my size dies. I bought a pair of shorts from a charity shop once. And I wasn't sure about it because they were £1.50. I was like, Got them home. £20 note. Best day of my life.
OK, I'll give you a clue. It's bad for your confidence, I would say.
Oh, it's the intimidating shop staff.
No, rude shoppers is
Size, your size.
I will give you that. I'll give you that. The correct answer is not finding anything that fits. That's actually why the London riots went on for 3 days, because a lot of people ended up looting the wrong size trainers. Worst thing about going to the gym?
The guy came up to me, he goes, hey, mate, can you spot me? I didn't... He was right in front of me, but I still tried to... And he goes, can you spot... Basically, you've got to stand over the man and his head's around your crutch and you've got to lift the weights with your fingers so the weights don't fall on his face and kill him. And so I was going even lower. He was going... At that point, I started teabagging him and I had to cancel my membership.
The changing rooms. But if I'm getting changed, I try to do it without exposing my bits to other men.
Yeah, because they're all hiding all around the changing rooms, waiting for you to come in. John's coming! Everybody hide! They're getting in the laundry bin in the towels, like that. Alibaba. They lift it out and go, is John there? Yeah.
I heard that they were hiding, but they're not hiding. They're just stood there with everything out, flossing their ani in front of me. So I assume other men don't want to see my testicles. But if you're the man in the changing rooms doing the towel thing where you have to flick your knickers up, your boxer shorts up...
Your knickers? I don't want this to descend into some sort of playground teasing, but it would appear that John wears knickers.
I actually believe, and this is the exercise I practice, the world is my gym. Because I practice diametric tension. So, for example, if I pick up a cup of tea, I go like this, I go... I think the worst thing about going to the gym is the music. Because you never have music you like, it's always like...
It's very difficult to exercise to, like, Swan Lake.
There seems to be a universal thing in every gym in the country. They've gone, tell you what people want. Well, that's a bad example, because that is a good one. But there are some annoying ones as well.
The thing is, if you get rid of the that just amplifies the idiot who's giving it...
Of course you can spot
me opening my locker.
By the way, next time you do a
round, could you make me feel just like any more excluded? Never been in one!
OK, worst thing about going to the gym?
Sweat on the equipment.
OK, I'll give you that. Yes, the worst thing about going to the gym is the smell of sweat. There's one guy down my gym, I wish he'd take a shower. He's got a lovely body. Worst thing about guests staying overnight?
The worst thing about guests staying overnight is with me that in the morning they expect this big fry-up, right? They want bacon, eggs, the whole works, because they just think I'm going to cook all the time. But for me, I'm like, shreddies, milk, then sling it. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm going to get.
It's when you wake up at breakfast and they're in the kitchen already and you think, who let you out? I bolted that.
Sean, do you ever have people over to stay?
Oh, God, I love it. Guests, my house is just open house. It's just... I constantly have at least 4 pianists staying in my house just to keep the... It's like New Orleans. It's great. It's just, I'm just cooking and people... Yeah, I do. I like having people around. Trouble is, it's persuading them to stay.
But you are always exhausted after, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, whenever I've got guests over, there is that degree of exhaustion because you feel that degree of responsibility. Also, you're not sure in your own house. You've lost track of what is considered tidy and what is not tidy. You think, yeah, well, there might be a broken window, but as long as the pigeons don't fly in, that's all right.
Yeah, John, do you ever have people stay over?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, well, the worst thing is knowing that you're looking after them better than they look after you. You can have to give them clean bedding, and I'll put a bed out, and I'll cook them breakfast. And then you go around their house, and they open up some cupboard and pull out this sticky, horrible sleeping bag that they've had for 15 years. And every rank mate they've ever had's come round, yeah? We just seal them up in this at night so they're sweating their feet really must have. And then they just pull it out for you, and they go, why don't we just share bathwater and, you know, not flush the toilet either. And then when they come around mine, I do them a little duvet and a little, put the bed out and a clean pillow. And then just sometimes I think, oh, sod off. Don't even bother coming round. And then they leave and I think, oh, actually, I wish they'd stayed.
I mean, I imagine, Johnny, you're pretty much a perfect house guest.
No, my worst thing, people...
I can say he really is.
My worst thing about people staying over is pointing out that your house is not a house, it's an abandoned school and you're a squatter.
Johnny's family were on Family Fortune, and they won a jacuzzi. So I would imagine that if you're a guest at Johnny's house, you can nip next door.
My brother won a jacuzzi, but he's still living with my mum and dad.
Oh, really?
So it wasn't a big bonus.
Have they plumbed it in yet? Have they plumbed it in?
No, he sold it. He sold it. He sold it. And he bought loads of cider.
The thing is, the dimensions of the jacuzzi were exactly the same as Johnny's brother's backyard. So
it wasn't his backyard, it was his parents. And you gave him a jacuzzi. What more tells a man that he's going nowhere? So we had to sell it. And when we sold it and he got the money, he got really drunk. He had 2 fights in the park. And he bought me a fucking kite, which meant I couldn't vote in the Chinese elections. He genuinely did. He bought me a kite.
I've never had a headache on exactly half of my head before.
OK, worst thing about guests staying overnight?
The other thing is when you stay at someone's house and they don't tell you straight away what the weird things about their house are. Just say, you cannot flush the toilet unless you stand on that floorboard and sing Oklahoma. Because otherwise you're in there at 3 o'clock in the morning still trying, and you know they can hear you. They heard you the first time when it didn't quite flush. They didn't come out, they just left you in there all night pulling the thing, and oh, I had to wait a little bit longer, but now it's empty again. I've got to stand in here for 20 more frigging minutes trying to flush this piss away when I had an half-an-hour debate whether it was ruder to leave the piss in but not wake them up with a flush, and now I've pulled the flush. You asked the fucking question.
Because you're quite fastidious. I imagine you don't like people using your stuff.
I don't mind them when I give them stuff. Don't help yourself to stuff. I mean, make yourself at home, that's a cliche, isn't it? You say it, but you don't mean it. Like, if you say make yourself at home and someone starts making themselves a cup of tea, you think, well, what are you doing? Get out of my cupboards, that's not where the tea's kept. Right, I'll make you a cup of tea. When I said make yourself at home, I meant sit down and shut up.
Is it the mess?
That's basically it, yeah. Clearing up after them, I'll give you that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the worst thing about having guests staying over is cleaning up after them. Everyone's welcome at my house as long as they take their shoes off at the front door and then put them straight back on and fuck off. Worst thing about living alone? Very much your specialist area we've hit here.
Well, I liked it. It's just the sympathy is the worst thing. People say, "You all right living on your own?" Yeah. Have you not got any mates? Yeah, because I don't live with them. But no, I loved it. I loved living on my own.
What was the best thing about living on your own?
Oh, just all of it. Nothing moved. Just, you know, think I'm going to stay up all night. Doesn't matter. No one's going to wake me up. No one's going to come round. Actually, it was tragic. I've just remembered what it was like, and now you ask the question, it's the constant crushing loneliness, the fear it's never going to end and you're going to die on your own.
Do you live on your own now, John?
No, I've got a girlfriend.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I live with her.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Carol, do you live on your own? Do you have someone to look in on you in the winter?
I think the worst thing must be living on your own is like pulling a cracker, something like that. Well, I imagine looking at a bottle of vinegar and thinking, that'll probably last longer than me.
Or if you have a thing of Marmite and you don't even like Marmite. Just a Marmite and you hate it. Every day you get out and think, oh, I hate Marmite, I'm not going to eat that. If you've got two people, you'd say, one person says, oh, I love Marmite. Oh, don't talk to me about your Marmite. You and your Marmite, you can eat that on your own. If you're on your own, it's just you with the Marmite. Yeah. Just saying, oh, God, I've got the Marmite, don't like it. Yeah. There's no one to argue with.
Yeah, yeah.
In the end, you acquire a taste for it. Mm. That's why I like Marmite now.
I reckon one of the worst things about living alone must be you've only got your own clothes to wear. There's not another like bank of clothes to dip into.
Yeah, and
situation arises that you'd need to.
If you're like wearing women's clothes in the day, you can't say, look.
Whoa, 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 whoa! I didn't mean that. Whoa, 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 whoa!
If you wouldn't put women's clothes on in the day.
Well, not on television. I don't say that.
But you could, and you just say, oh, well, look, it's part of a loving heterosexual relationship. It's just something I like doing when my wife's out, sort of thing.
Who told you that?
You know, it's fairly obvious.
So, worst thing about living on your own?
Is it the worst thing about living on your own is nobody to talk to?
It's the right answer. Yes, the worst thing about living alone is having no one to talk to. There's an old man who lives alone next door to me. Still, he's just bought himself a new dog for company. I think he's called it Help, because I keep on hearing him calling it. Help! 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 Don't worry, though. I think the dog's come back, because I haven't heard him shouting anything in ages. Worst thing about camping? What do you think, Sean?
You can't pretend you're out when the Jehovah's Witnesses come round. They can see the silhouette. They can see the silhouette of you creeping round inside the tent.
Earlier this year, I went with a few friends to the French Alps for some camping and mountain hiking. And there was two downsides to that holiday. One was camping, the other one was the walking. So, mountain walking, that's a strange one, because, if it really was that good, why is no other fucker doing it?
Helen, have you ever been camping?
I've always wanted to go camping, actually, because I thought, go with your boyfriend camping, it might be kind of romantic, but, you just get frizzy hair, you can't shower properly. I'm not really a big fan, to be honest with you.
There's a thing called glamping now.
I know, that sounds really cool.
Which is camping, but it's like you stay in a super posh tent with a bed in it that's basically like a hotel. Would you do that?
But that isn't proper camping.
No,
you know?
but on the plus side, it's nice. Sean, you go camping quite a lot. What do you like about it?
What do I like about it?
Yeah, what's the attraction?
It's cheap. No, I like going to the toilet and everyone knows what you're going to do. A toilet roll in your hand.
Because it's weird telling people on the way.
Yeah.
In a regular hotel, I'll stop people and say, "You'll never guess where I'm going." But I haven't got a toilet roll to prove it.
I just need to walk around, go past every tent, go, oh, I've got my toilet roll here, and I'm headed over there.
I think we know what's going on.
Yeah. Everybody, me, off the telly, I'm going to the toilet.
John, did you go camping?
No. No, I've tried it. I like the idea of being in the wilderness, but then I find out how scared I am of everything. Everything pretty much from a worm upwards. I'm pretty shit scared of. Sleeping in a wet, don't like that. Just the general loneliness.
The general loneliness? How's that different from home?
Because there's a telly at home and I can have the voices. Put my DVD on and pretend, oh, I'm going to sleep in my bar in New York. Where everybody knows my name.
You were close before with sleeping in the wet.
The weather.
The right answer. That's simple. Yes, the worst thing about camping is bad weather. I love going camping in a tent made of bricks shaped like a hotel. I think the worst thing about camping is the bit where Paul Gascoigne turns up with half a roast chicken and a fishing rod. Worst thing about celebrating your birthday. Kate.
I think birthdays are a bit overrated, really. Actually, it's just another day, and you've still got to do the washing and unload the dishwasher and muck out the pigs.
Muck out the pigs?
And then someone might sing Happy Birthday, which is a really bad song. And
You say it's a bad song. It's actually the song that's made the most money in history. It's made $50 million for the people that wrote it, because you still have to pay when you sing it on television.
Well, that's a good idea. I'm going to write a new one.
Well, that's a very good idea, Sean. What thoughts have you got? It's Happy Birthday's the theme, obviously.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. You're not dead yet.
OK, I mean, we're all going to have to get behind this. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. You're not dead yet.
Do you sing Happy Birthday in Germany exactly the same, but in German?
Unfortunately, we do. Yes,
the same tune and same...
The same tune, and we actually do sing Happy Birthday, Happy Birthday. Happy Birthday, Lieber or Liebe, and then insert name as applicable.
Do you sing that? Insert name as applicable.
Alles gut. No, hang on. Oh, I'm not good. I mean, I'm not...
Are you actually German? Is this just an act? What?
You actually say happy birthday.
Yeah.
You don't say, like, the German equivalent.
No, because that just wouldn't...
What's happy birthday in
Well,
German?
that would be alles Gute zum Geburtstag.
Now, little known fact, it's actually someone's birthday today. Yeah, someone's special birthday.
Statistically... you would expect that to be the case, wouldn't you?
It's actually Henning's 40th birthday today.
Thank you very much, thank you. Thank you very much.
Henning, we've organised, Henning, because it's your birthday and you've chosen to spend it with us, we've organised a little party. Well, not a party, but sort of a rally for you. Henning Vane, everyone, happy birthday. Look at that.
I can't bloody lift mine up, can I?
You can't. Oh, no, you can't.
Get a straw, will
Can
you?
we get a straw for... Get a straw for Alex?
I'm just messing with you.
Thank you.
It's a miracle.
Try to do that
As
joke
well.
I remember the little Henning was very funny because he was in the garden.
When I was at school, my nickname was Fat German. If they could see me now, they'd love it.
I can genuinely see that, though. You look like a fat German. Well, this seems like a traditional way to celebrate your birthday. There's beer and there's Steins.
Wohlsein auf den deutschen Fußballsport.
If you've just tuned in, this is an alternate future where they won the war.
Just German beer? Yeah.
Is it nice?
Shall we all do the voice? That feels like we should all probably do the voice.
The thing about German beer is they have the Reinheitsgebot.
Von 1516.
Ja.
I will just check in with the fat German boy.
Rob. Ja.
Ich will ja.
Rob, in your case, just shut up. You look Aryan enough as it is.
OK, John, tell us about one of your depressing birthdays. I imagine they're all pretty bad, but...
Last birthday was a disaster because I had a girlfriend. She bought me a present and she brought me guitar lessons, but the man who she had to teach me is too handsome and I can't have the rest of the lessons because he's too much of a threat to me to have back in the house. The problem is in Spanish as well. E is I and A is E, and sometimes we just spend an hour shouting at each other in my lounge where he goes, eh, and I go, e, and he goes, not e, eh. Why do you have these big cups? I find it hard enough to look masculine in a pub without someone have to drink like a frigging beaker.
I think you should down it, John. Why don't you try and down it?
Because I will die.
Let's down it.
Come on, John.
Go on, John.
Man up. Come on, John. I'll be honest. Ladies and gentlemen, you started that fast clap way too soon. I would say you were a quarter of an hour early on your cue there for when to go with it. Oh, he's nearly done it.
There's always editing. They can cut out the bit.
Oh, that's true. Start again.
But keep it nice and slow. A lot of young people watch this show. Drink responsibly. OK, come on. This will be the best thing he's ever done. Come on. OK, I'll give you the answer. The most annoying thing about celebrating your birthday is being the centre of attention.
Yeah.
What would you agree with that, Lee? Yeah. Last year on my birthday, my girlfriend gave me the bumps, or as they're more commonly known, genital warts. Worst thing about being a wedding guest?
Supreme of chicken. What the fuck is it? Every wedding. I've gone to loads of weddings. I've got a big family, and it annoys me because it's like my special day. It's my special day. No, it ain't. I've been to 6 this year. It's the same thing. Church, pissed up, dinner, disco, bed.
I go to about 35 a year, and the worst thing about weddings for me is that if I go as a guest, it feels like I'm doing like the worst kind of sort of peer appraisal of the priest in front, because you sit there going, well, I won't do it like that.
You sometimes go to one and think that sermon was bullshit.
Yeah, and you make notes. If someone does... It's the same with funerals. You make sort of notes as a vicar. If someone does a really good bit, you think, oh, I'm going to do that next time.
Well, like bring them back to life.
What's your go-to at a wedding? What's like the reading or the thing that you do that you go, this is in the bag?
Holding their hands when you're about to pronounce them husband and wife, and you look into their eyes and you go, are you ready? This is it.
Oh, that's good.
That's nice.
That's what the guy said to me at Thorpe Park before he put the bar down.
It's the same thing.
Is there ever a moment where like someone calls upon? Is there a doctor here? Have you ever had that, like on a plane or at a wedding or something?
Oh, at a plane, yeah. And usually, if you sit quiet long enough, someone else. There's always someone. There's always someone who's keen.
I would imagine as a doctor, if I was a doctor, I would get on a plane and I would have 2 drinks straight away so that I couldn't be asked.
Yeah, but it depends on the doctor, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? I'd rather have you pissed up doing something than a sober old shipman. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
no worries.
Praise indeed.
You can loads of confidence.
OK, worst thing about being a wedding guest?
What I get at weddings, loads, is constantly being asked what Jimmy Carr's really like and not being able to tell them.
I
I would love to get married. And we only got gay marriage in Ireland last year. We finally legalised it. We're the first country in the world to pass it by referendum.
Well, congratulations. That's a huge thing. It's a huge thing.
But I'd love to get married. I mean, the worst thing about being a wedding guest is trying not to shout at the bride. It should be me up there, not you.
Or shout, it's too tight. The dress is too tight. Because you've got to be honest in this world.
Remember Jude's wedding? Do you remember Fat Jude's wedding? Oh, my God, it was disgraceful. Jude rolled down the aisle. OK, so some answers on this. Worst thing about being a guest at a wedding. What do you reckon?
No Wi-Fi in the church.
I think it's having to sit next to people that you don't know and talk to strangers.
That is exactly the right answer. The Reverend, everyone. Yes, the worst thing about being at a wedding is being sat with strangers. The last time I went to a wedding, they sat me next to someone I didn't like and I had nothing in common with. I mean, fair enough, she is my girlfriend, but still. Worst thing about hosting a house party?
Having to buy a house.
No fun trying to get that mortgage. Worst thing about hosting a house party, what do you think?
Too many Pringles, not enough dip. The hardest thing about having a house party is telling your neighbours you're having one, but without inviting them. It's almost like you want to just slip a note in when you know they're not going to be there, because you don't have to actually ask them face to face, and you can't ask them on the day. It's quite awkward, quite tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
Well, it must be hard for you. It's what, about a 3-mile walk to your neighbours?
OK, what's the worst thing about hosting a party? What do you think, Nick?
Someone taking a dump.
Yeah.
That's beyond belief. Like, I've been to house parties where someone came in, took a dump immediately, and, like, before most of the guests had arrived, and there was, and I believe the technical term is a fug. Stinky shit. It was horrible. It really wrote the night off. I don't get invited back. That's the problem.
Do you ever have a house party? Do you ever have people around?
I've had a house party before and it went tits up, and I don't think I'm ever going to do one again.
How bad did it get?
The toilet was demolished.
Very sorry about that, Mr. Bissell.
Vomit, shit, toenails.
Toenails.
Am I right?
Literally everything. And it was my mum and dad's house at the time as well, and they were away.
Did anyone have a bath?
I would have wished they did.
Because someone had a bath at my house party once.
Were their clothes on?
No, I just had a bath.
A lot of your friends are homeless, though, right?
Yeah. But wasn't it when you're a kid, that's the worst, when you like, if you have a house party when you're like a teenager, and then like all the hard kids come from like the estate, and then they turn up, and you're like, oh yeah, take that watch, my dad never uses it. yeah, kiss my sister if you want.
I had all my CDs nicked at a house party once. So I had all our CDs were in one place, so they took like all of my music and then left my mum's 2 CDs that were in there, which were Julio Iglesias and Michael Bolton. Lethal Bizzle, do you play your own music at house parties?
I'll get shy, you know, when my music comes on, to be honest. I kind of hide in the corner when my music comes on, so I try to tell the DJ, I give him a note, no Lethal Bizzle.
I always do that.
Do you?
I don't know what the worst thing is, but I think the best thing about a house party is when you turn up in a Primark coat, then you go to the Swapsies room and you leave in a Prada one.
The what room? What room?
Swapsies.
It's the Swapsies room. That's what everyone calls it, right?
Yeah, it's not coats, it's other halves.
Parkies in a bowl.
What do you think? What's your favourite? Do you ever host a party?
Yeah, I like it when you run out of mixers for your vodka and you have to go and use a Barocca. When it gets desperate, and it gets really desperate towards the end of the night.
So it's just straight vodka with a Barocca in it?
Yeah.
It's like the hangover cure and the thing giving you the hangover. This is a time saver.
Is it the last, like, few people that won't leave?
Oh.
And you have to sort of just start tidying up round them and, like, you put, like,
I had
put your
one
pyjamas...
once. It got to like 3 in the morning. We turned all the lights on, turned all the music off, and they still would not leave.
You've got to get the Hoover out, start hoovering around
I don't know
them,
where
and then that's
the
when
Hoover
they go.
is. OK, worst thing about hosting a house party, let's get some guesses.
Cleaning up, probably.
That is the right answer.
Hey!
Yes, the worst thing about hosting a house party is having to clean up afterwards. When it comes to house parties, I think it's safe to say I always clean up, if you know what I mean. I mean, I clean up because it does get very messy. Worst thing about having guests to stay? You reckon?
When the body decomposes.
Is it not having sex with them?
Not for you, I'd imagine.
Well, I've come up with an amazing app. And I was at a dinner party with a guy from Dragon's Den, so I convinced him that I invented a new kind of Airbnb with sex called Airbnb. And you know what he said? I'm in. And so that's our slogan. Airbnb. So if you want to get into... Don't you dare tell anyone.
I think that's great, but I've really missed the breakfast.
You'll be eating, Rob. You will be eating.
Do you know what can fuck off at breakfast? Grapefruit. Do me a favour.
Why do we even need grapefruit as a name? There's already a fruit called grape.
We already had it.
OK, worst thing about having guests to stay, what do you think?
I've got 5 kids, Jimmy.
Do they have people to stay there?
Yeah, they do, but I just lock them out in the garden.
Do you have daughters?
Yeah,
I just would not want to be the poor first boyfriend of your daughter that comes round to pick her up for a date.
They haven't brought anyone home yet. They're too young. You've got a teenager, haven't you?
We won't go there. Well, the death's there.
What? When we lived in a small house when I was growing up, and because there was too many of us in it, Mum would go, "Oh, so-and-so's coming to stay, so go and find somewhere to sleep." I was like 11. And I'd go around my mate's house and stay there for a couple of days. Is that normal?
No, a lot of Nigerian families have the same thing, except the guests always stay way too long. By the time you get your room back, they've redecorated. You don't even recognise your own room.
I'm living at the in-laws, right, at the moment, and there are shoes off.
Oh, right, yeah, because they're different policies.
But I like people having their shoes off so they're relaxed in a house, do you know what I mean? So I think there's a weird difference between a shoes-off house and a, why don't you take your shoes off? But that's the thing, because when I get in, I'm relaxed. I'm in my pants by 5:30. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you've got guests over, you've got to stay in
You got to
clothes.
dress, haven't you?
You've got to put clothes on.
Yeah, and you've got to have quiet sex as well.
What's that? What?
Quiet.
Quiet.
Oh, no, mate, I don't do anything quietly. Running commentary. Is that all right? You happy with this? Hurry up, Storage Wars on a minute.
Kerry, any guests coming to stay at yours?
The thing about having guests to stay is you have to talk to them, like, all the time. And then evening time, I like to just not talk. And it's quite awkward.
So you like to not talk in the evening time?
Well, I just like to watch TV and just do nothing. But with guests, you have to pretend that your life is really exciting. So you have to plan this amazing weekend that you do all the time, and activities, and you're just lying about your life because you're pretending everything's amazing, but it isn't really, because you just want to just do nothing. Right?
Are things all right at home? That's exactly the right answer.
Yeah! I did it!
Yes, you got one. You got one, yeah. Yes, the worst thing about having guests to stay is having to entertain them. So why not do what I do and charge them £25 a ticket? Worst thing about going to the cinema?
It's too loud.
Yeah.
So loud. I reckon 6 speakers too many.
No, I think that the opposite. That I fall asleep all the time.
Why did you say yeah?
I said yes because you're like... And then I processed it and I thought, no.
How are you not winning this? How are they beating you at this game? Anything?
No, I think that I always fall asleep in them. I ain't seen the end of a film for ages.
I do this thing to my dad where when we're watching a movie at home, and he always falls asleep in the middle of the film. So what I then do is I get up and I change the film to a movie with the same lead actor in it.
That's amazing.
And then I sit back down and I wake him up. I just watch the confusion happening on his face. So we were watching Castaway with Tom Hanks in it, and I changed it to Philadelphia. And it's like, oh my God, how unlucky is this guy?
Johnny Depp films are the worst. In the cinema, you watch a Johnny Depp film, especially if he's sitting next to you. You got to pretend like you like the whole thing, and he's right there asking you what your favourite part is. Absolute nightmare.
What do you like about the cinema?
I don't like the cinema. I watch it at home, you know what I mean? It's a lot of kerfuffle. You go down there, you got to sit next to people you don't like, people eating popcorn. Why would they sell you a drink
the size of a fucking building when you've got to sit in the same place for 3 hours. I just think the whole thing's designed wrong. If I had my hands on it,
How would you design it? How would you make cinema trips better?
I'd maybe put like a retracting roof on it. Sometimes it gets a bit dark, you might want to get a bit...
It's a bit dark!
You know what I mean? I don't think I'd change the cinema. I just think I'd...
Do you remember when you said you would a minute ago?
I just watch a lot more films at home. Do you know what I mean?
So you're not going to change them, you're just not going to go?
I'm just going to pretend that they're not there.
They don't exist?
Yeah. And
I actually get what you mean. The worst thing about the cinema, and I think it's what you're saying, is other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every time you go to the cinema, when you walk into the screen, there's that big wall, you can't see everyone yet. And that whole walk, you go in, please. Please, just me. Please, let me just me. And that is all I want.
The worst thing about going to the cinema is having to eat in the dark. It's like it's a weird thing to do anywhere, but like you're having all these mystery meats and stuff. Like you just got to
mystery meats. What are you bringing to the cinema?
Mystery meat time!
Like you get hot dogs and stuff, and you think
Are you the person that eats hot dogs at the cinema? I've never seen anyone buy
I
hot
walk
dogs.
in arm deep in food to the cinema. Yeah, so I think eating in the dark, I think there should be some sort of little bowl light. I do think about it quite a lot in there, like a light, you know, like your phone light, so it just goes over the food, so you've got no...
Use the light on your phone, couldn't you?
No. Phone, I think there should be trapdoors for people under the seats if they use their phone, and just you press it and they go down. That's it. No one gets seats, no one gets hurt. Straight through.
You were pretty close with people.
Talking, people talking.
Exactly the right answer.
Yay!
Yes, the worst thing about going to the cinema is talking during the film. If anyone talks in the cinema near me, they better be prepared for what's coming to them. A quiet tut under my breath. Worst thing about gyms.
Is it gym selfies? They're the worst. You know, when people go to the gym and take a photo in the mirror of the gym, and it's always with a proper, like, dickhead pose, and it's like... It's only people who would shag their own reflection if they could take it. It's not nice.
It's always the same people as well. There's these particular breed of men. They grunt. No one should do it in public. If you can't do it quietly, do it in the garden. And then
That is my rule on sex. I'm sorry, love, but we're taking this outside.
Yeah.
Ryan, do you go to the gym a lot?
Only for, like, a latte.
I actually think the worst thing in gyms is nudity in the changing rooms.
Oh, fuck, I might go.
Last time I went to a gym, there was a woman who was using a hairdryer to dry her pubic hair. So another woman...
Oh, that's a lovely treat, though, isn't it, at home? Oh, that's a lovely treat.
Oh, not with a Dyson, it'd take your clit off.
Ryland, for the last time, you do not have a clit.
But the other woman that was there was having to use a hand dryer to do her head hair. So she was naked and bent down on all fours. It's a public place.
What do you think, worst thing?
Well, this is a bit more particular to me, but I've had to change the day I go to the gym. So I used to go at the same day at the same time, and I would go to the steam room after. But then every time I went in there was this 95-year-old bloke sitting in there, but looks like so old. And I thought, I'm going to find him dead in there at some point. It's a horrible thing to...
You're a real humanitarian, yeah.
So
I'll just change the day, that's easiest thing.
Let someone else find him.
Russell, you look as if you keep yourself in pretty good shape.
I come from the same neck of the woods as Ryland, and Essex gym is a freaking nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
It's full of... Look, men, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, but I'm not sure there's that many women who actually want men that look like the men that are filling these gyms. I've spoke to these guys, I'm like, do you really, are you sure that's what, a woman... Yeah, it's what a woman wants, 16 stone, 3% body fat, back acne, needle holes on the thighs, tiny penis, suspicious temper. It's what a woman's looking for. Trust me.
Ladies. We all know that.
This happens all the opposite. Like with men, it's like the biggest growing cosmetics industry is products for men, but they're tricking you to think it's manly by putting sandalwood in everything. You go, no, it's not a lotion, it smells like a shed. If you're trying to attract women, don't smell like a shed. We're scared of spiders. If you're trying to attract straight women, you want to smell like something we like, and the only thing that all straight women like is true crime podcasts. Oh. You want to make your face smell like a detailed description of another woman's brutal murder.
That is so dark and just might work. Oti, do you ever go to the gym?
Yeah, I do go to the gym. But I get annoyed when for me, it's the women that get there, do their makeup, take a selfie. They're just there for coffee.
Do you want to, maybe...
Yeah, we're good friends.
Oh,
Do you want to throw down?
No, I'm good. I think she could take me, so no.
I'm just crap at all. I've got no coordination. If I lift a weight, I'll injure myself. Like, my dad could look at a shelf and put it up. Get up, slag! He had all this stuff. He was a proper... And he had me for the son skipping around with a glittery question mark over my head. Oh, Daddy. And I'm so bad, I can't do anything. Like, I'm the guy you see covered in a silver sheet at the side of the road waiting for the RAC man going, oh, my God, I can't do it. The tyre needs doing. I mean, I've got nothing. Nothing. I can't do... The only time I did a tricep extension at a gym, you know, the one where you go across the bench and you're doing like that?
Yeah.
I didn't know, but my balls were poked out of my shorts. And someone was filming it, and every time I extended the tricep, the balls expanded like those trolls you used to squeeze on holiday with the eyes.
OK, so worst things about the gym. Let's get some proper answers. What do you think?
Smells like crutch.
That's what I like about it.
Oh, the money, the joining fee?
I'll give you that. That is close enough. It is paying but not going to the gym. Yes, the worst thing about the gym is paying but not going. Paying for the gym but not using the gym is a massive waste, just like the massive waste around the middle of people who pay for the gym but don't go. Worst thing about guests staying the night.
Is it when you say, make yourself at home and help yourself to anything you want, and then they do? My dad stays, and he's... I don't know what happens, what age you get to as a dad, and your boxer shorts have got no structural integrity. And it's just like a flappy little walnut with a sheet that's on a washing line on a windy spring day.
Tell your dad to come and stay at mine.
What do you think, Ashley?
Is it when they're worried that you're filming them? That actually happened. You know, that happened in an Airbnb, that a whole family was getting filmed by the host. When I travel, I Airbnb a lot, and it's always been my paranoia that the hosts are filming me. Like, I always feel like sometimes I'm a bit weirded out. Like, on one hand, I'm like, oh my God, that's so creepy. And then on the other hand, sometimes I'm like, well, may as well put on a show.
Is it holding in a fart?
Yeah.
Yes!
Sorry, do you need me to pull your finger?
I vouch for that. Especially, do you know what a Dutch oven is?
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like I really don't want that to be a recipe in your new book, Liam.
I like a good fart, especially with, like, the loud ones that have, like, loads of depth of, like, smell and that. So I can't
It's honestly
really...
like you're describing a loaf right now.
This is the idea.
OK, please go on.
Yeah, so I normally like top and toe with my pals or whatever if they stay at mine. So I can't really fart that much if they stay in my bed.
When your friends stay over, you top and tail?
Yeah.
That's called a 69, Liam.
Because my bed is pretty big, isn't it? So I'm not like, oh, you can sit on my sofa, because my sofa's a bit tired now.
Have you not got a floor?
Yeah, well, who wants to sleep on the floor?
I'd rather that than your stinky ass in my face.
How does your sofa get tired? I mean, what does it do all day?
I mean, do you know... It's like, how does it...
Holding it in does hurt as well. I went on a flight once with somebody that I didn't know very well, and I held it in the whole flight. I got there and I thought I was dying. I genuinely was doubled over in pain from the wind that I'd accumulated whilst in the air.
Are you sure you're pregnant?
Or, like, the worst ones is when you're going up the escalator, like, you know, and you know you farted, innit, but it's a silent one, and, like, they're bum level with you. So it just goes into your face.
I don't... You're like a fart assassin. You're like a weird fart assassin. I feel sorry for your imaginary girlfriend having to put up with this.
When you first start seeing someone and you're staying over, you don't really want to fart in bed with them. So, like, you have to hold it in. I remember I tried to hold it in for hours and hours, and I was like, well, I'm going to have to go to the toilet, because they had, like, there's a flat share, which had, like, an ensuite room. So, like, I was like, how am I going to do this? So what I did is, and I've still used it to this day, if you just pull your arse cheeks open, it just sort of just whistles out of it. It feels like you're depressed. It went on for ages. Even I nearly woke her up and go, I know, you're going to have to listen to this.
OK, let's get some answers on this. Worst thing about guests staying the night.
Is it when they leave reviews?
Is it when they won't sleep with you?
Is it having to make conversations with people when you think, actually, I don't know what to say to you, even though you're my brother?
I think you might not have planned for this, and the longer it goes on, the angrier you'll get.
Oh.
They stay longer than they should.
Getting them to leave.
Yes.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Worst thing about cooking for your friends. What do you think?
The fact that your friends are there and you've got to cook. Nothing better than a takeaway on your own, personally.
What do you think, Ashley?
Worst thing about cooking with your friends, I'd say it's like their dietary requirements. Like, I have this thing with my friends where, like, my friend Rachel, she's, like, a bit finicky about food. And then Monica used to be a chef, so she gets really involved. Then Chandler always has something sarcastic to say.
The worst is when you chop up a chilli then go for a piss. There's no pay like it. It comes in waves. Sit there.
Terry, what about you? What's the worst thing about cooking for your friends?
Having to wear a bra while I eat.
You're at home. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. Have you got a term for... In our house, it's free boobing.
I had 3 there for some reason. I don't know. I was so relaxed, the middle one dropped.
Finn, and that's the worst thing about cooking for your friends.
Gluten intolerance. If the cure for your disease is an aisle in Waitrose, it is not a disease. That's the opinion.
This might interest you as a fact. You know it's possible to be gluten-free and shut the fuck up. Do you cook for people, Toph? Do you ever cook?
Yeah, I do. I'm not the best cook, so I think what I don't enjoy is the lying that I have to do, because I deliver in the food and then decant it into the bowl.
And decanting, you're so great.
When you decant it, do you mess it up a bit to go,
Yeah.
a bit of a mistake?
Oh, yeah, you can't look too perfect.
Yeah.
But it also just makes you not enjoy the evening, so I just feel like a big fat liar.
We've had to do middle-class dinner parties because of my wife. And is the worst part sort of sitting there and resisting the urge to rip out everyone's throat and scream, "What have I become?"
It's like a Ken Loach film.
I mean, my friends are animals. Sometimes I just lob a lump of meat in a garden and let them fight over it.
Go on, let's get some answers on this.
Doing the dishes, that's my guess.
That is the exact right answer.
Is it? Oh, is it?
Yes, the worst thing about cooking for friends is washing up after. I bought a dishwasher recently, but it's always breaking down because I won't let it go back to Thailand to visit her kids. Worst thing about owning a pet?
I'd say the worst thing about people who have pets is, I hate it, people who put an Instagram as their pet. Like, they set up a profile as their dog and they speak in the first person and they say things like, walkies with my mummy today or cuddling with my human woof. Like, I just think if you're going to set up an Instagram for your dog, you should have to commit fully and get every app for the dog. Like, I want to see your guinea pig on Grindr. I want to see... yeah, I want to know your goldfish's Uber rating. Do you know what I mean? I want everything.
It's when they start giving the dog a personality and views you know it doesn't have.
Yes.
Like, I've seen one where it's like a dog looking at the TV and it goes, "I'm voting Corbyn." It's like, no, you're fucking not.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're a dog. You ain't voting fucking nothing.
At least someone voted for him. The worst thing about owning a pet is if they run away, you know you're a real bad fucker.
What was happening with you and your dog that you ran away? You think he wasn't enjoying the sex? Turns out he doesn't even like peanut butter. He's gone.
I had some hamsters, and I got a mate called Nick the Greek.
Where's he from?
Yeah, he's from Greece. And I went away for work, and I gave him the keys to look after the hamsters, to feed them. Yeah. And he didn't. And they escaped, mate. I found one of them in the sink. It literally ate half a bar of soap because he couldn't get out of the sink to survive. Honestly, it was terrible.
Dentists would be delighted with him.
Worst is when dogs watch you have sex. That is the worst, isn't it? Some of them can't turn the neck round that far, but when they do, it's really off-putting.
He didn't fuck a dog. They made love.
Yeah.
Worst thing about owning a pet. Let's get some answers on this. What do you think, Catherine?
I mean, I don't think it's owning a pet that's a problem. It's owning 17 pets, as I do.
You got 17 pets?
What have you got? What animals
Yeah, what
do you
are your
have?
17 pets?
I have a horse and a cat. And then I have hamsters and 4 dogs and like some more dogs coming over Friday. I can't stop. Then you go to the vet and then the vet sees, a mark and she starts to say, oh, your pet needs this, your pet needs that. I'm like, shut, my daughter didn't even know a hamster could have chemo. Shut up.
Joe, what do you think?
They died, didn't they?
Yeah, the right answer.
Well done, Joe.
Yes, the worst thing about owning a pet is when they die, especially if it's a guide dog. You never make it home.
Oh, Jimmy, you can't do that. Oh, Jimmy.
I'll never forget where I was when I found out my dog was dead. In my car, reversing out the drive.
No.
Worst thing about going to weddings.
Oh.
What do you think?
Is it when it's really expensive and it takes ages and they end up leaving the royal family anyway? A joke.
Good answer.
Is it knowingly taking part in the patriarchy in exchange for Prosecco?
What do you think, Nadine? Do you like a wedding?
I think the ceremonies, especially Catholic weddings, they take forever. And then you're supposed to stay sober from the morning until the end of the night.
What?
You're not.
Have you not been to a wedding? What are you talking about?
I think.
You think you're meant to stay sober at a wedding?
Or like, have some form of decorum.
So I went to a Catholic funeral, they take ages. I wanted
Those
to
are
stop
better.
getting into the coffin.
Those are better. I prefer the funerals than Catholics
You
and the
prefer
wedding.
a funeral to a wedding?
In Ireland, yeah.
Only in Ireland, yeah.
I find it frustrating when someone's like, like 27, 28, getting married and like, oh my God, it's going to be the greatest day of my life. Have some fucking ambition. Might live for another 50 years. How can be the greatest day of your life involve both sets of parents? Has that ever been all right? Never mind the greatest day of your life. But I love mine.
Greatest day of your life, wasn't it?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
I think it's all the stuff leading up to the wedding as well for women that gets out of hand. I got married a few months ago, but I had like a very small hen do where I did this genius thing. We turned up at Gatwick, 6 a.m., got really, really hammered, and then we just stayed there for the whole day drinking, and then we were home in our own beds that night. You don't actually have to go anywhere.
Women love taking in, loads of cocks on a hen do, don't they?
Oh, yes.
Well, why are you doing that, Mike?
Well, because they take... Because...
The gun!
It's all about the gun. I saw some women out on a hen do, and, all the women had a sash saying, I love cock, in case there was any ambiguity. And then they had an inflatable cock. At the end of the night, they were all sort of getting in a cab, and then one of the other girls went, you're going to have to walk, Judy, or get another cab, because there's no room for you in the inflatable cock. Best thing about weddings is the dancing, isn't it? All the YMCA. A conga, you really got to have some core strength.
You've got stretch.
Yeah.
Oh, the confidence to lead a conga. There's 2 types of conga leaders. There's one that everyone knows and loves at a wedding, absolute legend, everyone knows him, who's going to stand it, or you just get the pissed lunatic. Before you know it, you're going down the off licence for a bottle of... He's to take him. He's already had 3 bottles of Southern Comfort. We're going for a drive-through. Anyone want some Mackie D's?
When I go to weddings, I hate that bit where they say, anyone object? And there's just a little giggle, like, everyone. Oh. And the louder the giggle, the better chance he's got side pussy in the room.
Side pussy.
Maybe they shouldn't say, does anyone object? Maybe they should just go direct to the, is there any side pussy in the room?
I'll tell you what's difficult at a wedding, trying to watch the football on your phone under the table. Without getting caught, because it's always in the eyes. There's always a good game on there about 5 o'clock and you're just trying to pretend to listen to a speech.
Just looking up going, I do.
Yeah.
Yes!
Is it the speeches people don't like? Oh, that's
the speeches.
People just drag stuff out. Just get on with it. Go into a chapel or wherever you want to do it, have a nice little service, maybe a little sing-song, 20 minutes, done, sit down, have some lunch, a few glasses of champagne, out.
Did you do a speech?
My speech was very good, thank you, mate. It was nice and short. It was about 3.5 minutes long.
A bit like sex.
Phil, are you a married man?
No, I'm not married. As a single person, I think going to a wedding is a very fraught
experience, especially the dancing bit where you're always either dancing with someone too old or too young to have sex with. Hardly anyone fits our Goldilocks point of age, you know, either this porridge is too wrinkly or this porridge is illegal.
This porridge is too hot.
This porridge is related.
OK, so worst thing about going to weddings. Catherine, I think you said it earlier.
It's so expensive.
Points to Catherine, you got it right. Yes, the worst thing about going to weddings is it's expensive. There are ways of saving money at weddings, though. Just go up to the pile of presents, pick the biggest one, and where it says from, just write, and Jimmy. Worst thing about living with housemates.
The worst I found was, like, holding in farts. I started to get, like, stomach pains, but I worked out a great technique.
What is it?
You go to the toilet and you pull your cheeks apart, and it just seeps. So you just go, it's done a...
No, like it's a hoax. I had that with my girlfriend. We were in bed and I needed a fart for the first time. And I did that. And it's quite a risky thing to do because you have to lean to the side.
Oh, in the bed?
Yeah,
Oh, you're the hero I could ever be.
So she's lying here, and I leant to the edge of the bed and I lifted one cheek like that, and it did. It goes. You know, like you're catching a snitch or something. My girlfriend then went, "What's that?" And I went, "What's what?" And she went, "What's that?" And I went, "What's what? It's midnight." And she said, "Yeah. Why is someone sweeping leaves outside?"
Wow. Worst thing about living with housemates?
Being messy, smelly bastards?
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yes, the worst thing about living with housemates is them not doing their share of the housework. I think I do my share of the housework, but my girlfriend claims pissing skid marks off the toilet bowl doesn't count.
It feels good when you get a good one, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I had a friend...
5 pints and a real stubborn one. Like a fucking Ghostbuster.
I had a friend at school who had a really big foreskin, and his trick was he used to hold his foreskin and pee, so it became a water bomb, and then let it go. And we had to count down and all run.
How big did it get?
Fucking huge!
How long was this for?
Jamie, man, you're challenging so many stereotypes about private school right now. It's our minds.